I bought this scanner on the money I made from one of my paintings, and this will help me to make more art prints, to make more stickers. And right now I have to scan each and every artwork completely flat so I can archive it, so I can remake it, redo it digitally, so it can become a brand new sticker series.
If you're new here, welcome. I'm a creative person through and through, and this is the place where I share my journey. My passions range from drawing and painting to street art, travel photography, linocut printing, and my work as graphic designer. Whether I'm creating art, traveling and capturing the world through my lens, designing bold packaging, or carving my imagination into prints, I invite you to join me on my everyday adventures, big and small. Let's get inspired to live, to love, to learn, and create.
I've connected the printer to my computer. Now you have to scan every tile and do it really delicately, not to break the glass of the scanner, as this is stone, clay. Okay, and here we have the result, and I must say it's pretty good. Even at zooming in on 100%, it looks good.
So I started to scan all of my tiles and all of my latest artworks, and I understand that the result is not that good as I had thought, because tiles, they're not completely flat, they have some imperfections, so the surface of the tile doesn't match the surface of the scanner, which makes a little blurriness in the image, and I need to correct it by hand. Also, when you look at them from a distance, they look perfect, but of course when I scan them and I zoom in, I see all the imperfections, and I'm starting to think maybe I need to show you, make a completely another video about how to transfer, how do you go from artwork to a sticker, because this isn't just a photocopy. This is vector. This is a vector drawing, so I can make a t-shirt, I can make a sticker, or I can make a duvet or a 2-meter poster. It doesn't matter, because this is converted to vector art, to vector file, where a scanned image is a raster file, which means it has limited abilities to zoom in. You cannot make a 2-meter poster out of an image. So I'm thinking I can make a little video, but this is not that video. I just want to show you my process a little bit. Like here you can see, these are every image. What the hell did my screen go? Every image I add into my Photoshop. I take away all the colors, but in details I'm going to tell you in that other video. And when I take away all the colors, there are some imperfections, and I need to correct them, because after I'm finished of making a completely black and white, I come into Adobe Illustrator and I trace that image. And if you have a good base, if you have a good starting image with all the corrections, corrected lines, or there's some noise, like here you can see, or you can't see, there's white noise in the blacks, like here the silver marker really didn't go away, so I need to clean it every pixel by pixel, or I saw that, where is it? Like this eye was an experiment and didn't work, so I need to redraw this part So basically clean up all of your artwork that you cannot do in real life. Then you put it in Illustrator and you trace it. Image trace. And let the computer work his magic. And there you have a vector file. And this basically becomes my ultimate image. I can use it in any print job I need, making t-shirts, making stickers, making absolutely anything that comes to my mind. But redrawing takes a very long time. I've been sitting on 3 paintings for the whole day, and yesterday I spent all day just doing 1 painting because I want it to be perfect so I can, as I said, make t-shirts and art prints. But I think I need to go a little bit deeper to tell all the sides of this process. So maybe if you're thinking of doing something like this, you know the ins and outs of how can you achieve the best result. Whew, it's a new day because redrawing and retracing images took way more time than I anticipated. But finally I'm done. All my final artworks are scanned and basically redrawn and traced and converted into vector images. The same goes for all of the tiles because the tiles turned out so good. I want to make stickers out of them. It's completely new format for me because the last stickers were based on the paintings, and this is completely something different. As you see, it's just very long. I don't know how easy it will be to use such a long sticker. Of course I will make it a little bit smaller. It won't be perfectly in the same size as the original artwork, but yeah. Now let me show you how it looks in my computer when they're finished. And there was one thing I wanted to include, and my first batch of stickers, my first 2 batches of stickers didn't have any like a signature or a name, and even if people saw these stickers they wouldn't find who is the author. And I'm like keeping my hand on the pulse, what's going around in the world, and I see that some artists put like a little label, like their Instagram tag, their TikTok tag, and I had the same idea, but I didn't like it how it looks when there's like a sticker like this, and then there's like black, or on this side would be better, and then there's like a black line, and there would be my nickname, my creative disorder. I kind of didn't like it. It looks like this is a part of something else. It isn't a part of the sticker. So I came up with the idea, as my paintings are on these plywood planks, can I say that? I thought about, what if we take the sticker and make like a 3D effect where I extend 2 of the edges like on the side, and then we could write here my creative disorder at, and there would be a social media icons so people will understand where can they look for me, like in YouTube, TikTok, my Etsy shop, etc., because I have the same name all across the social media, which is my creative disorder. So let me show you how it turned out. Sorry that I'm not screen recording this, but this is just way much faster to film my computer screen. So here it is, what I told you just a second ago. I made it, well, ignore the black background. This is how the sticker is gonna look by itself. Let's take it out of here. Let's take it out of the artboard. Let's take them all out of the artboards. See here, that's how the final stickers are gonna look like. If you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, you already saw this, as I'm posting my stories constantly, updating what's going on. So here I put my tag, my nickname. There's YouTube, Etsy, TikTok, Instagram. Those are like the most popular places. I also have Facebook, and I also have Threads and Blue Sky, but mainly my interaction is on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And I think this is a pretty original. Of course, it wouldn't even be gluing. This will be sideways like this. And I think this is a pretty genius move. That way my tag isn't very intrusive on the artwork, and the artwork looks more, should I say, organic, the way it was, like those planks. And I think it's a really smart move. And the same goes for the tiles. I'm just gonna turn one of them. The same idea. We have the tag here. And for you to understand why I'm always saying vector graphics, because this is a vector graphic, you can see we can zoom in far 4000% and nothing happens to the image. Where in raster graphics, if we would place an image, let's say here's an image, and you would zoom in, you see what's happening. The image turns to pixels because this is raster. I don't know how to explain it, but this is an image. An image is a combination of pixels, where vector graphics don't have pixels. This is a line, you see. This is the framework, these are the lines, there are no pixels. That's why turning into vector graphics for me is important. I can use this. I can say, let's say I want to put this on my car. I can just make it as big as I want and I don't lose quality. So here are all the tiles. I made a little don't hate tag here. It wasn't there before, but I like when my paintings have like little messages, like be kind. And here are the last paintings I made on plywood. This is the XOXO guy, because he has a hugs and kisses tattoo on his face. Then we have the give love. This is the most popular video on my channel where I showed you when I sold this artwork and we went looking for picture hooks. This is the latest one, which I like very much, because he's very heavily detailed and tattooed. Well, it's not; those are not tattoos, but you get the idea. It looks kind of like a face tattoo. And this one I like the least, because I kind of overdid the shadow parts, and he kind of looks like Jim Carrey poster from movie the number 23. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of this image. So those are all the stickers, and I think I had a good solution how to incorporate my tag, and I hope when I post these, people will find me and this YouTube channel will gain new followers, and we're gonna engage, talk, and I don't know, just have fun.